So antioxidants, as promised, is the only counteractor to free radicals. And it's basically the plants that we eat on this planet. Now, human beings eat vegetables, fruit and nuts. And when you think about most animals that we human beings eat, which is beef, sheep, venison, deer, when you eat all this meat, all this type of meat, they're all grass-fed. When you think about it, even chickens, fish, none of these other animals eat meat. You go to the jungle, so a lion is a meat eater animal, but we don't eat lions, we don't eat tigers. What we eat is what we grow or what we go and hunt, which is exactly those animals, and they're all grass-fed. None of them is eat meat. Mike in the Truth About Apps talk about the nutrients. He gives you 72 meal ideas, which are composed exactly from what your body needs to have during the day. And whenever there's meat in his meals, he always talks about grass-fed meat, wild grass-fed meat, preferably organic, not farm-fed, because farm-fed is, yes, it's grass-fed meat. Even the sheep we eat here in New Zealand, it's grass-fed meat, but it's grass that being fertilized with chemicals. So it's exactly as eating non-organic vegetables. There's no point. So this is antioxidants. Antioxidants would basically, when you have antioxidants in your body, it would isolate free radical properties. Those who has the single atom, remember I talked to you before, those who has a single atom, it would lock them out and isolate them from penetrating the cells, thus allowing our cells to keep their activity as per normal in the body, and we keep healthy. As well as other stuff that the antioxidants give the body, but this is the main one. Anti-inflammatory response, once again, it's exactly what it is. It would act against inflammation in the body. So when we promote inflammation, if you're doing the wrong exercises, if you start doing the right exercises, you would create in your body some sort of activity that would be a counteract to inflammation that you may have caused. Nitric oxide is a very important molecule in our body, which is responsible for communication with different cells in our body, and we create that as a result, we may create that as a result of doing good cardio. And now, metabolic rate. I went to the dictionary to check what metabolism means, and this is what I found. Metabolism refers to the countless chemical processes going on continuously inside the body that allow life and normal functioning. So basically, the better your metabolic rate is, the more fat you'll burn, the healthier you are. The other thing is that steady state endurance training trains your heart only at one heart rate range, and that's no good for your heart because it may not stand day-to-day stressors. So when you get stressed, which all of us do in this day and age, or even if you get excited, really excited about something, or scared from something, your heart rate and blood pressure can increase rapidly. Actually, in fact, they will increase rapidly. And if your heart is not ready for this situation, it can be fatal. So it's beneficial to train your heart for different various heart rate ranges so that it's ready for day-to-day stressors, it's ready for life. It's just much more healthier for you, and it's much more fun to train like that. Now, there is one specific point to emphasize here, and that's the recovery period after a burst of exertion. So Mike's exercises are all built up from burst of exertions. Okay, he would tell you do this for 30 minutes flat out, as fast as you can. Have 30 seconds as fast as you can. Have 15 seconds rest and go to another exercise and do it as fast as you can. I'm just giving a general example here. This is, your heart is pumping like hell. Now, the recovery period, you gotta stop at some stage and catch your breath. Let your heart rate slow down a little bit. It's very important to do that. This recovery period is the factor that will elicit a healthy response to exercise stimulus. And besides, as I said before, it is fun. Believe me, I'm doing it for some time now. It's just fun. So we spoke about sports games, ball games to do as good cardio. And here are some more specific exercises you can do already at home until next week when I see you with my second video. Wind sprints. All you gotta do is pick a windy day, a very, very windy day, and sprint against the wind. It's very hard. I've tried to do that. You go to a park and you sprint against the wind. With the wind sprints, pick yourself a distance of 50, 75, 100 yards. And this is your sprint. Depends how fit you are, depends how hard you want to go. Hill sprints, also very, very simple. Go to the nearest hill to your house, walk to the bottom of it, and sprint up as quickly as possible. Then walk slowly down. This is your recovery period. This is your recovery interval. Now, if you do these two exercises, maybe 3 times a week, and go for, maybe 4 intervals, you'll start and see some seriously good results, trust me. Now, if you are going to the gym, there's just something you can do in the gym. According to Mike's philosophy, you can adapt his philosophy and see some great results. And it is on a treadmill, but it's much better and much more effective than the regular 20 minutes, 30 minutes steady pace jog. So here's what you do. On a treadmill, you start walk fast or doing a light jog. This is just to warm up for 3 to 4 minutes. Then immediately after that, you sprint up to 8 miles an hour for 1 minute. Those cardio machines give you an indication how fast you run and what distance you do. Once you finish your 1 minute sprints, slow down all the way to 4 miles an hour for 1.5 minutes. This is your recovery period. And then immediately after that, sprint up again to 10 miles an hour for 1 minute. And then shift to another recovery period of 1.5 minutes at 4 miles an hour. How's that? Repeat this sequence 4 times for a great 20 minutes exercise. And you've got the best and healthiest response to a stimulus ever. It's good for you, it's much more fun, and you see results much quicker. So now let's just summarize this first video. This is the end of this first video. Let's just summarize what we spoke about here. So basically, to summarize this video, what you want to look at is train your body at highly variable intensity rates to get a beneficial response in terms of heart health, fat loss, and muscle maintenance. This is it, my friends, for today. Thank you very much for subscribing to this 6 video series. This is just the first one. I'm going to show you a different spot in Wellington on each one, and I'm going to load you with loads of good exercises that will get you going. And if you really want to, grab a copy of Truth About Abs. It's got the whole shebang in there. It's got the whole story, much more detailed and much more effective in terms of getting results. But this here, those 6 videos are good enough for you to start. Have a go at it, see how you feel, and I hope to see you next week on video number 2. Thanks very much.